business side of boxing, right? This is going to take a little bit of thought for some of you guys, right? But try and stay with me, all right? You've heard guys like myself, you've heard plenty of people always criticize boxing fans that are constantly justifying certain fights not happening for quote-unquote business reasons. And criticize whether it's uploaders or fans that are constantly talking about the business side of boxing. Right? Or conveniently talk about the business side of boxing when it's convenient. But a lot of you guys, you need to understand, it doesn't mean, like a lot of you guys are just taking a little too far, right? Like it's like you caught that narrative and now you're rolling with it, but you're going to like the whole other direction, right? So let me pull you back, okay, to reality. Okay? It's one thing to be a pseudo, I'm going to call them pseudo publicist, okay, for some of these boxers and just come on here all day and defend the fighter, use the business side of boxing and tell boxing fans, well, you just don't understand. Boxing is a business and this, that, and the third, right? It's one thing to be that, but it's only when it's convenient. Like you can't fight fighter A because fighter A doesn't draw anything, right? That's the reason you give. He doesn't draw a dime. But you know that fighter's very good and could potentially beat your fighter. You don't mention that, though. You just mention the business side of it. But then, that same fighter, the fighter you're defending, fights fighter B, who doesn't draw shit either, but it's just obviously an easier fight than fighter A would have been. But you don't have the same criticism for that fight. You see, that's when the whole business side and all that bullshit, okay? See, that's what, at least myself, and I believe other uploaders have been talking about, right? This whole business aspect bullshit. But that doesn't mean, guys, that we can never talk about something that regards business in boxing, right? So, because, come on, man. Why are you talking about the business side of boxing, man? Let's talk boxing, man. Who cares about the 10 million, man? I don't care what they make, man. Just make the fight happen. I don't care. Like here's the thing, okay? Am I invested in what Gennady Golovkin makes when he fights Canelo, or for that matter, what Canelo makes? Do I have any investment in that? Hell no. I want to see the fight, okay? That's the reality. Okay, that's just the once the fight is signed, sealed, and delivered, and they're already going to fight, I don't even care what they're going to make. Like, to me, it doesn't even fucking matter. It's going to be the last thing on my mind. That's it. I will look forward to the fight. But right now, the fight's not happening. And there's reasons why the fight isn't happening. And there are people that are giving their opinion on the matter, but they're not addressing the facts of the matter. Right? So yes, I brought up business to make a point. I was giving you facts. I was presenting facts to you. I presented to you why $10 million makes sense, man. Okay, that's what I did. Yeah, but you're talking business, man. Like, just shut up. A lot of you obviously just didn't get it. Right? Right now, Canelo, they're calling him a ducker, that he's scared, that he's avoiding the fight, and this, that, and the third. Gennady Golovkin was offered $10 million. $10 million. And the argument is, no, well, that's lowballing Golovkin. That's not enough for Golovkin. Golovkin deserves more. And when I present evidence and facts to you, all of a sudden it's like it doesn't matter. all of a sudden, like, it's not a big deal. Like, nah, fuck it. Like, oh, who cares, man? This whole A side, B side thing, man, who cares? Like, what do you mean, who cares? Like, it's a matter of fact. It's the reality of things. Okay? So what? If you watch football and your quarterback, it comes up, right, where he needs to re-sign for a contract. And he's been playing at a very high level. Like, he's taking the teams deep into the playoffs, and they're playing a lot better than they were before he got in the team, right? Of course he's going to want more money. And yes, you have those football fans like, come on, man. You already made a lot of money, man. Come on, just play football, man. I just care about the games. I don't care, man. Really? You got to... I understand that once your quarterback signs, then it doesn't matter anymore. He's your quarterback, right? But what if what your quarterback is asking, okay, because they have a cap, right? Boxing in a way has a cap. I'll explain it in a little bit, right? In football, there's a cap. So if your quarterback wants so much money, but it's going to put your team in a bind. Like, they're going to have to cut some quality players that have assisted in this team game and getting you deep into the playoffs. It's going to make you a worse team. Then that's obviously something you need to look at. You can't say, I just care about football, man. I don't care about the business, man. It's a reality that's going to have an impact, okay, in the game. In boxing, there's a cap. What's the cap? It's not like a flat cap or something like that. It's not like in football, but only so much money is going to be made in this fight, right? Only so much money. So right now, Gennady Golovkin, he's being offered a $10 million guarantee for one fight. More than he's ever made. Much more than he's ever made. He's not going to make that with any other fighter. That's a fact. All right? Maybe if he fights Ward, HBO will throw him that money. Maybe. This guy does not get high ratings on HBO. Ratings on HBO now are abysmal. All right? He does okay. Like he gets a little more, viewers than Andre Ward. A little bit. That's the reality, man. And you want to argue that the 10 million is not enough. Also, a lot of people talk business, but they don't give accurate information. I don't care about the business, man. Just shut up. Okay, sit down. Thumbs down the video if you want. Unsubscribe. I don't give a shit. But just listen. I know you're going to sit till the end and listen. Right? And you forgot about the fucking red carpet, too. The fact that there was people saying things like, oh, come on. I mean, that's $7 a pop. Look at all the money that's being made. I mean, come on. They're not giving Golovkin shit. He's entitled to more than that. They were giving false information. I'm not saying that everybody was just purposely lying. They just don't know. And what's wrong with somebody coming out and saying, oh, hold up. Hey, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but only half of every pay-per-view goes to the actual fight itself. The other half goes to the pay-per-view provider. That is a fact that needs to be accurately presented to people. That is factual information. So for every 1 million buys, okay, for a pay-per-view price at $70, half of that goes to the provider. The other half, which is $35 million, goes into the fight. Now, what's another fact? When you put on a fight, okay, it takes money to promote that fight. Okay, whenever they put on even if it's on HBO, they do the face-off. That costs money to produce. You got to pay people to set that up, to make that happen. You put a commercial during a football game, baseball game, on ESPN, channels that are going to appeal to the demographic that you feel are going to be buying that fight. That takes money. That takes investment. People are just pretending that this shit isn't like, you know what I mean? What's wrong with giving factual information? What's wrong with pointing out the reality that Gennady Golovkin, okay, just doesn't generate or hasn't proven to generate, the amount of money that he's apparently asking for here, which is more than 10 million. What has he shown? Nothing. And you guys could criticize, okay, you could criticize Canelo all you want. I'll put Canelo's resume side by side with Gennady Golovkin's any day. Anytime you want to do that, I'll do it. Any day. Any day. It's any day. So that's it. All right? So why is the business aspect, why is it relevant to this case? It's relevant because a fighter is being called a coward and a ducker. And everyone's ignoring the facts of the case. You got to look at the facts of the case. Is he really ducking if he offered $10 million? Is there really grounds for Gennady Golovkin to say no to $10 million? What are you guys basing this out of? Now, a lot of people are saying that's a flat rate. Even then, that's pretty good. I'm also hearing rumblings that he was going to be offered a piece of the pay-per-view. If that's the case, then that's it. There's no argument. None. So that's the point. Okay, that's why it was relevant in this specific case. Okay? I don't give a shit what they're going to get paid. I don't give a damn. I agree with that. But it's a reality. Okay? I don't care any more than I care what my starting quarterback makes for my football team. I don't care what he makes. But when it's time to renew the contract, of course I'm going to pay attention on what he wants. And how that's going to impact my team. Of course I'm going to know that. Of course I am. Are you kidding me? And if he's worth every dime, I'm going to be like, yeah, give him that money. I want to keep my quarterback in the team. But no, man. A lot of you guys, seriously. Anyway, that's it. DStyleBoxing, motherfuckers. Peace.